Disney Pixar's hit franchise will come to the Ultra HD format very soon. Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3 arrive for the first time, and should you pick these up? I'm sure we all have multiple copies of these movies on DVD and Blu-ray, so is it worth the upgrade? I'll be going over the video and audio quality and letting you know if you should. Let's go ahead and give them a watch. Like and subscribe for daily content. These movies are some of the best that Disney Pixar has to offer, so I was very curious to see how they turned out on 4K. I've always said that anything CGI is where the format shines, and you really can see the difference. Now we have to keep in mind that the original Toy Story was released in 1995 when CGI movies were just in their infancy, and at the time it was a massive departure from any animation we'd seen come from the House of Mouse. I actually remember seeing this in theaters as a kid and being amazed at how different this looked from traditional animation. Now to me, this movie hasn't held up all that well as some of the others have, but I give it a pass since it was a pioneer in CGI animated movies. I still love the story and the characters, and I think it's a great film. Toy Story was the only movie in the set where I saw the least amount of difference. Yes, there's an upgrade to the fine details, but really it wasn't a huge change, and I think the standard Blu-ray is just about as good. The colors are nice, but there really wasn't a big use of HDR that I noticed. The audio suffers from the rest of the Disney films in the event that it's very low and you'll be turning up the volume, though not as much as some of the other releases. I think slowly Disney's getting better with their audio tracks, but we're still a far cry from what it should be. Toy Story 2 brought many changes in the way CGI films looked, and I thought the transfer really showcased the increased detail in the way the characters looked. The colors were brighter and looked nice on screen. Now the audio on this was no change from the previous release, and I kept my volume level adjusted. Toy Story 3, being the most recent in the series, obviously looks the best on 4K. Disney Pixar had perfected the way to animate people by this point, and the movie really opens up the world of Toy Story and shows us brand new locations. I thought the look of this one was just stunning, and the colors looked fantastic, and the detail was great. The audio was just about the same as the other two, though it had some decent overheads during some of the outdoor scenes, I thought. Now, in terms of your cover art options, you have the standard release, which I actually did like. It wasn't quite so bland like some of Disney's other releases. They look very nice and uniform, and will please those who like their series releases to look similar. Best Buy is offering these on Steelbook, and I must say that the covers are stunning. It's a very minimal look, but I think they're amazing, and I'll be picking these up for sure. I think Best Buy is really knocking it out of the park with their Steelbook releases, and these are just perfect. I love the cover art on them so much. So overall, are these new releases worth your money? Yes and no. Disney rarely comes down in price on their films, so you're probably not going to find a big sale on these. So if you are interested in picking them up and adding them to your collection, you might as well go ahead and do it now on release day. Quality-wise, I found these to be a minimal upgrade over the Blu-ray releases, so if you've already got those, you're not missing out on much. The 4K releases do look great, and if you're a sucker for added detail, then yes, by all means pick these up. If you're just getting them for your kids who won't really notice the little adjustments, then stick to your Blu-rays or streaming. Hopefully this review helped you out some, and if you liked it, be sure and give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel. I release daily videos recapping and reviewing your favorite shows and movies. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.